Today, we're going to do an unboxing of this 48-volt lithium iron phosphate battery, along with a few other supplies that came in. So today's the unboxing. In another video, we'll do a capacity test. We'll open it up. We'll see what's on the inside. I don't care if I void the warranty or not. I want to see what's inside it. It is an EG4 battery. This is my first EG4 battery. So we'll see if it's any good. Let's open everything up. We'll start with this real quick, and then we'll do the crate. All right. So I have some Polaris plugs that came in. So these are 4 to 14 gauge. I'm going to use these for my house panel because I need to move a circuit over. I have these inline fuses. So I am building my own combiner boxes, but I wanted to have some really nice inline fuses between each one of my strings. So to me, it was important. I wanted to have it that way if I have more shade on one string than another, because I do have some shading issues from time to time. What it will do is I won't have other strings trying to send power to the one that's shaded. And each one of mine is going to be 3 parallel strings put together going to each inverter. And correct me if I'm wrong, but if you have more than 2 in parallel, it is a requirement to fuse each one. So I have a lot of them that are 3 strings, and I have a whole ton of these fuses. And these are UL listed, which is important because I want to make sure that no fires. All right, so I'm going to put these off to the side. Let's get rid of the box. Now the crate. Let's see what's in here. Ooh, this is pretty. So this does come with a nice handy manual, and this is the big boy. So this is the 280 amp hour battery. So we'll go through some of the specs real quick. Looking at this, it is a standard 48 volt battery, 280 amp hours. So charging 140 amps. Max continuous discharging is 140 as well. Looks like it's a 140 amp BMS. Does have your standard protections in there: module voltage protection, overcharging, short circuit temperature, and PCB protection. It does have a temp protection for the PCB boards for your BMS. So this has a heater. So this is actually really, really cool. And the heater draws 224 watts, which is nice. Wow, this is a nice manual. It's got a lot in it. Probably goes over all the there you go. Starting to get into all the communication information in here. So very, very nice. How to wire them up properly. So it has this schematic. So if you're doing, and this is something that's rather important, if you are doing an install and it's going to be inspected, you always want to make sure that all of your cabling is inside a conduit or a conduit box. So for example, if you have a 12,000 XP, you'll have your battery underneath, you have your conduit box, and then you'll have your 12,000 XP. All of your connections going in should be in conduit according to NEC, but it shows you the proper way to do it, which is really, really nice. So definitely follow that. If you're doing a DIY setup, then that's a little bit different, but it's always best to kind of do things by the book. Looks like it comes with some cables to help wire it up. So it's pretty thick too. What is this? 2-aught. So it does come with some 2-aught cables. Looks like it's fairly short, maybe 3 feet, 2 feet, 3 feet. You have to measure it. Got your COM cable. Then it has some anchors, so that way you can anchor it into concrete or concrete block potentially. Next thing I'm going to do is get up and standing, because there is no way I'm able to pick up a battery with it weighing approximately 300 pounds, and I weigh 140. So I'm going to use my lift to help lift it up, but having a lift always helps. That makes it a little bit easier. All right, so on the front, you've got your good old display. Obviously, it's not lit up because it's not turned on. Actually, we could probably do that, but let me go over what it looks like on the sides first. So you've got Nader breaker on the side. And it is a 125 amp breaker, so it's a nice DC breaker. Does have all of your specs that I talked about. So it is 48 volt, 280 amp hours, and has all the details there. Warning sticker, of course, on the back for mounting it. And it did come with some mounting brackets as well. On the top, you've got all of your connections. So you have your negative connections, you have your positive connections, battery COM ports, RS-485, you have your CAN port. It does have the ground connection as well, so you want to make sure that you properly ground your setup. This side, you can see the handles for lifting it. And yeah, so let's see if we can power this up real quick. Look at that. Very nice. So on the screen, standby. Looks like this is 64, then EG4 Lux. So it's basically your CAN connection, your RS-485, showing the voltage right now. And it's at 52.73 volts. And it has 54% charge in it. So quite nice. So I'm going to power this off. I'm going to use a dolly to put it into its permanent spot. But yeah, I'm excited to open this up. Once again, I'm going to do a full teardown. I'm going to do a capacity test, a bunch of different tests on this thing. I'm going to try to learn as much about it as I can and try to show you guys that as well. There's some of you that probably know a lot more than I do, but we'll kind of go through this together. So that's it. Thanks again for watching Mike's Garage.